Hello, Blake Hart here today talking about DistroKid. DistroKid reached out to me and said, hey, will you do a video about our services? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I already have been a member and joined up with DistroKid for a while, so awesome. I'd love to do a video. So I recently published my second song out into the world. Didn't make a really big to-do about my first song, made some mistakes with it, so I'm going to talk to you about that today. We're actually going to walk through the different options for DistroKid and what you need to get your song just right up there and published, and they make it super easy for you. I have a discount code below which saves you 7% off of your first year of DistroKid, and really it's $19.99 to get started. Like there's a lot of different options, and that's for like one single musician or band. You know, back in the early days, like a while ago, this would be a dream. There was no way to get your music onto a platform in which people may find you 20 years ago. 10 years ago, this was like new, right? It's amazing that you have this opportunity at such a low price, right? The barriers to entry have just sort of gone because you can put your music out there, and you do have to start promoting it, right? I mean, people aren't necessarily just going to find you. So there's definitely a lot of work still involved in getting your music out there, but just to be able to get it someplace where people can hear it. They don't have to go down the street to Sam Goody and buy your tape or your CD or your vinyl album. Anybody out there remember what Sam Goody was? Yeah, exactly. Times have really changed. So this is really cool. Excited. Link below to go and save yourself some money off of your first year membership. Appreciate you supporting the channel because I do get a little something for sending you over to DistroKid. So thank you for doing that. And let's hop into it, get behind the computer screen and show you exactly how you can go and get your own music up. We're going to cover everything from how to master format it to make sure it's okay for getting it online, to doing your album artwork, to just getting it up there and out there, and also applying for different playlists. Let's do it. Here we are over at DistroKid. They've got lots of information for you to be able to figure out what it is you're buying. One key point I want to make here is you keep all your profits. DistroKid is not going to be taking any of the profits that you're making from your streaming. So this is just like a really great opportunity. You load as many albums and songs as you want. You make money off of streaming them potentially, and DistroKid just charges you for the service of uploading them. You may be wondering, again, why does this only cost $19.99? I don't know, but it's pretty awesome, right? So here, if you have more bands or artists, or you want to be able to have a label and put out, have more people in your account, then you are going to be paying more, and you can see those prices here. But for the average person, even if you have you're doing a solo thing and you're doing a band thing, that's still only two people. So two bands and artist, your band and your artist. So totally affordable opportunity. And let's walk through this. Let me log in here and we'll walk through what it's like to add something. Here's my song that I uploaded before last night. It's a lo-fi song that I was really digging. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna upload this. But this is me. I've got 3 monthly listeners. Link is below. Please add me to your playlist. Give me some love. Become a listener. I really appreciate it. Here's that song before last night that I added. This is what it looks like. It shows all the different accounts that it's been loaded to, from Pandora to Apple Music and all of these other things. I'm not going to click into that because that's already uploaded, but let's act as if we were going to upload a new song. So you'll see all these little boxes here. You can check whether you want it on all these things. Maybe you just want it on Spotify. Me personally, I'm let me put it everywhere. It's not costing me anything additional. I might as well do that. So you have your number of songs. It may just be a single. It may be an album with multiple songs. If it's been released, who wrote it. Now here, artist already in Spotify. So I have already connected my Spotify account, my artist account I just showed you, as well as Apple Music I've synced with. And that's why this isn't showing as an option. But when you get that Spotify artist account, if you don't have it, it'll tell you here how to get it. DistroKid is really great with information. It will lead you through the process. This right here is what it looks like in your Spotify account. So Again, your Spotify artist account, because it's different, right? It's not the same thing as your like just listening account. So as an artist, so you can go in here, you can see who's listening to it or who's not in my case. And you get an opportunity to pitch your song. So that's the big thing I want to tell you about before, again, make sure that you make your release for your song in the future, over 2 weeks in the future. You want an opportunity to pitch this for Spotify. That's the only place I know thus far that you can actually say, this is what my song, where my song fits in, and this is why you should add it to a playlist. I am not on a playlist. It's very difficult to get on a playlist, but nonetheless, I wanted to show you what this looked like. So I took a screenshot when I was doing it. So it's really cool. You can go and look at, all the people who are streaming your music if you are so inclined to be lucky enough like that. But I think I've said this in the past, is that it's really hard to get on some of these playlists. And the people that you see, it's not that they don't make great music, because they do, but they also have that connection, for example, with Epidemic Sound. So when we go to upload on here, we're going to pick our release date at some point in the future, and it's going to tell you why you want to do that. Option to pre-order, pre-save. You've probably seen that before. So your song's not out yet, but you're building hype up. You want people to be able to like pre-save it so they can listen to it once it does come out. Album cover. This sounds difficult, right? Some of your people are probably stressing about this. Should be at least 3,000 by 3,000. And you're stressing about that. You're like, well, what does that mean? Okay, those are like pixels. That's the size, because the stores want to make sure it doesn't look like crap, that it actually looks good once they put it in the store. But there's lots of ways to get that done. I personally use Canva for a lot of stuff. I use it for my YouTube thumbnails. I do know how to use Photoshop, but this is just easy. You can use the free version of Canva to make sure you do a 3,000 by 3,000 piece of artwork. Lots of different things to pick out here for designs and create. Play with it. It's free. It's easy. Another free option. I mean, these do have paid components. So I should say you don't need the paid component. You can use the free stuff to create what you need. So Over is another one. And I believe that they also have this. You can do this on your phone. Really great place to make stuff as well. You just use the free option. You're fine. And another option, Fiverr. Fiverr is a great place to go for album art. Find somebody you dig and look at the prices here. Yeah, like some of the quality is going to cost you some money, but even like $50, like you're getting like some really nice looking stuff. So take a look. There's cheap stuff, there's expensive stuff, but there's a lot of people who are creating album art on Fiverr. Link below. It's an affiliate link, so I thank you for using that link if you go head over there to grab yourself some artwork. But like anything else, like keep it simple, stupid. Don't overthink it. Sometimes that, minimalist look, that's all you need, right? You don't need to have something crazy, and you can make that happen. And there's even like royalty-free artwork that you can find and use, as long as you credit that person in what you're creating. And I'll put the link below to grab some of that. Okay, you got your artwork done, and you're like, but now I got to make sure my song is mastered and ready to be listed on like a streaming service. Well, don't overthink that either. If you're like new to this, Lander is an awesome place to go, even if you're not new. There are so many people using Lander that don't want to tell you they're using Lander. So let's just leave it at that. There's lots of price points here. So if you're a beat maker, you're obviously going to be mastering like more songs. But if you are, just putting out a few songs here and there for albums, there's an opportunity for you to pay per song, right? So it's a little bit cheaper if you're going to pay per song and per download versus if you're going to pay for unlimited. I see that pricing is right here, so I'll just show it to you. The link is down below. That's an affiliate link too, so thank you for your support. But see, basic, you could do $48 a year, and then you just have a set price you're going to pay each time you master and download this quality of a song. So this means you're gonna master it and download an MP3. You're gonna master it and download a WAV. And Pro, like I said, is a little bit more expensive. But if you're doing a bunch of music, you obviously want to get like a pro plan, because once you start paying for each one, it can add up pretty quickly. But Lander is freaking awesome. It has been awesome. I use it. Sometimes I use it on some songs because I like the way it sounds versus like Ozone. I'm not some kind of master. I'm not some kind of like mix engineer. Like, I'm trying and working hard on developing my skills, but I'm never going to be like one of these awesome, amazing audio engineers, sound engineers, but I'm doing the best I can. And this helps me do a good job. So the other option is Ozone. Link to Ozone is below. This is software that you can purchase to help you also create an amazing master. Both Lander and Ozone have the options to use artificial intelligence, machine learning to listen to your song and just give you things you need to make that song sound better. Obviously, bring up the volume, but bring up the volume isn't the only thing that's happening. There's a lot of other things happening. So Ozone has that artificial intelligence, but then you also have the opportunity with Ozone to get your hands dirty and involved in mastering your song yourself. You do not have that with Lander. There are just a few options. There's like warm, so more analog sound versus like a more modern sound, and then the intensity of how loud you want it, because as we all know, we have all those sound wars going on. Is loudest the best, or do we want to have more dynamics? Conversation for another day. But yeah, so that about covers all of the important stuff there. But here you can go back, you can pick the genre, secondary genre, and when you pick one of these, like let's say I pick electronic, you're going to see that this electronic subgenre opens. So that happens with a lot of the genres, just because, as we know, just because you make electronic music, you're still going to fit into like another group there. So they're trying to help you classify. All your song title information is there. These are the types of audio files that you can upload. Here's where you can say if you did it with somebody else, but also if you're doing a cover song. It's awesome that you can do this, but you're going to need to make sure that they're going to get some of your streaming money, right? You're not going to get all of the money from that cover song. And the other thing I want to make really clear here is cover song still means everything in that song is your music. It's your music. It's your voice. It's all your audio. You cannot list a song for sale, for streaming anywhere here that has copywritten material that has somebody else's, like, for example, like you can't have an acapella of Mary J. Blige going on in a song that you're putting up there to stream, because Mary J. Blige owns her voice, so really just want to put that out there. You can use, more royalty free types of samples, things like that we know, like, that's good. I can use this to put this song I make from this on Spotify. And then the other things you'd picture, like explicit lyrics, they want to know, like, okay, what do we got going on here? Where you want to have the actual like clip preview begin. That's awesome. So, by default, it's going to be at the beginning, but maybe you have like a 20-second intro. And if somebody listens to that preview, they're not going to be excited to click and listen to your whole song. So put the preview part where the beefy part of the song is. It's going to bring somebody in, and you can set that right here as you want to, either by minutes or seconds. If you're, for selling your track, you can set the price. So you can add that. And then there's extras that they have. Some of this stuff looks cool, like Shazam. Like, that's neat. Like, somebody hears your song and they're like, what is that? So definitely interesting. And then just looking here, cover song licensing does cost more. So you're going to pay each year. And I just presume it's because they've got more work in the background, because DistroKid is the one that is facilitating this process for you. But what a cool opportunity right there. Some other stuff like about YouTube music, just so that you're not surprised what's going on, and that you're just attesting to, you recorded the music. So like I was saying, it's your music. So a lot of these things just really straightforward, really make sense. Like, this is so easy. I really feel like anybody can do this. It takes a little bit of time, obviously, your first time around, because you got to get your Spotify account set up for artists, sync to your Apple account, all that stuff. But it's really, really, really straightforward. The difficult part, again, is getting people to listen to your music. If you're not on a playlist, you're going to be thinking about things like Facebook and doing some ads and stuff, through Facebook, on Instagram, and trying to pull people in to find you, working on social media. There's a lot of work that goes into promoting music. It doesn't just happen like that for most people. And, I want you to appreciate that aspect of things. Once you get it up here, it's just not, you're not going to be having like 100,000 plays. Like, that's not a given. You got to work at it. And for all of you guys, though, that are watching this and you're holding back and you're just like, I'm not so sure I'm ready, just do it. Really, I really feel like just do it. The worst thing that happens is you decide at some later point in time to delete your song from here. But if you've worked hard on it, you've mastered it, it's ready, polished, ready to be heard, it is not going to do you any good just keeping it to yourself, right? Get it out there. That's how you are going to get somewhere. Get your music out there. Without getting your music out into the world, you are just stuck in your bedroom. I mean, basically, we're making music because we want to share it with people, right? DistroKid is an amazing opportunity with a very reasonable price to get your music onto these streaming platforms and get it out into the world. Because I tell you, if you really want to share that music with people, and right now it's just like you and a few people like me and my 3 monthly listeners, like, at least I have 3 monthly listeners. That's pretty exciting, because maybe if I didn't get my music out here, nobody would be listening to it. And I know it seems really small, but from here things do grow. And if I spent a little bit more time trying to market this, I'd probably have a bit more monthly listeners. But that's like a whole nother video. And there are people who do have videos about like YouTube, Facebook marketing stuff. And I'll actually link somebody down below if you're interested in checking out one of those videos. But thank you for watching today. Hit the link down below to head over to DistroKid, get 7% off of an annual fee, your first annual payment. Like I said, $19.99 a year, so that comes down to about like $18.50 with the discount. Yeah, links to all the other stuff are below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, and the bell to get notified when I have new videos out. I appreciate your love, appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you again soon.